subjects and have found out information that surprised us.
Unfortunately, parents and carers cannot join us, but we would like to share some stuff that we have learned with you. In October, we learned about Black history.
We learned about famous Black people.
We researched information on famous Black people on the Congress.
We learned some pretty amazing facts about these amazing people, and we would like to share what we learned about them with you.
My special person is Alice Coachman Davis. I found out that Alice Coachman Davis is remembered for a great achievement of becoming the first Black woman or American athlete to win any kind of medal at the 1948 Olympics. She was the first Black woman to ever win a medal.
My famous person is Rosa Parks. She married a barber called Raymond Parks. She loved to study hard in high school, but she had to leave because she had to take care of her dying mother at the age of 16.
My special person is Mary C. Cole because Mary C. Cole broke the rules to travel the world and run a business so she could help those in need, even in the most dangerous places. Mary C. Cole was best known as her work for nurse in the Crimean War.
My famous person is Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens is significant because he was in the first to win 40 Olympic gold medals in history. An interesting fact about him, Casey's new teacher called him Jesse when his name was Casey, and he was too shy to correct his teacher, so he was called Jesse for the rest of his life.
My famous person is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is significant because he fought for equality and an end to all racism. He risked his life just so we could live in liberty and justice. Nelson Mandela is also known for helping Black people, and he is considered a hero of South Africa.
My famous person is Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is significant because he is known for his contribution to the American Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s. His achievements are the Nobel Peace Prize, the Grammy Hall of Fame, and Congressional Medal of Freedom.
My famous person is George Arthur Owens. He worked as a firefighter and community leader. In World War I, George Arthur Roberts was known as the coconut bomber. He became a firefighter during World War II.
My favorite Black person is Walter Turner. Walter Turner was a professional footballer for Tottenham Hotspur, Clapton and Northampton. Walter Turner is significant because being the first Black officer in the First World War.
My famous person is Alice Coachman. Alice Coachman is significant because she was the first African American to win a gold medal when she won the high jump competition. She was also the only female American athlete to win a medal of any kind of these Olympics.
My famous person is Olave Equiano. Olave Equiano was the author of the best-selling book, The Interesting Narrative of the Life of Olave Equiano. It was about his life. He was captured in Africa at the age of 11, then taken into Caribbean by a horrible voyage. As a slave, he was sold 10 times, but in 1766 he bought freedom.
My famous person is Otis Redding. Otis Redding was a singer and songwriter who won several awards such as the Grammy Hall of Fame and Rhythm and Blues Foundation Pioneer Award. Redding wrote many songs, but his most famous one is Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, which sold over 4 million copies.
Armistice Day, or Remembrance Day as it is also known, marks the very day that World War I ended in 1918. We hold a 2-minute silence at 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month of the year to remember those who died in any conflict. Most people think there is only one puppy to be worn for remembrance, but in reality there are 4 remembrance puppies which can be worn: red, white, purple and black.
The red poppy is the most famous symbol used to commemorate those who sacrificed their lives in World War I and conflicts. Wearing the poppy was inspired by the fields of poppy that grew where many of the battles were fought.
The white poppy commemorates people who died in conflict, but focusing on achieving peace and challenging the Windy Cup War.
The black poppy commemorates the Black African and Caribbean contribution communities. This poppy has 2 different meanings attached to it due to the Black African Caribbean contribution communities to the effort during the war, as servicemen, servicewomen and as civilians.
Purple poppies are worn to honor animals who were victims of war. Many war horses, dogs and pigeons were killed in service in World War I. The annual Purple Poppy Period is organized by War Horse Memorial, which donates the money raised to various animal charities. We wrote a poppy poem and I would like to read them to you.
Remember the people who died in the war. Every effort of all those soldiers before our future. Most respect for all the British people who suffered during the war. Every 11th hour of the 11th day of November, Remembrance Day is held. Many people did their best so we had a good life. Be respectful and show we're grateful. Every effort belongs to them. Read good about them and show what they did for us.
Remembrance Day. Everywhere you look, men are celebrated by shouting hooray, everlasting whom the soldiers took. Many people giving the sacrifice for a better way, being white red poppies for that day. Everyone risking their lives for Remembrance Day.
Remember those who died in the war, each soldier who got killed. Make everybody respect the soldiers, every animal who died, most people who died in the war, bombs dropping down, elephants, pigeons and dogs dying. Remembrance Day is about respect.
Remember the soldiers who fought for our life. Every Remembrance Day goes out for 2 minutes. Men fighting, men killing, others, sacrifices happening. Everyone suffering in the war, British soldiers dead. Members of the army trained to get stronger every single day. Bombs exploding everywhere on the field. Every day soldiers fighting other soldiers. Remember every soldier that fought for our country.
Remember those who died in the war, east, west, north and south. Members of the town died too. Every few years a war starts. My great-granddad could have been in the war. Best friends have died. Everybody who wears poppies respect those who died in the war.
Remember all the people who died in World War I and II. Everyone did their best to fight. Memories are old and they get older. Eventually the war ended. More and more war came. Be grateful for the graves. End the first war, the second one starts. Remember the people who died. Remember the men who sacrificed their life for us. Every 11th November we remember. Many soldiers suffered. 11th day, 11th month, 11th hour. Men had to be brave. Bombs, guns, screamers, looters. 11th November is the day we remember.
Poppies, poppies everywhere. On and on the wall. People are suffering. Pain in my body. Intense battle. Everyone silent. Sadness and love.
Last time we were learning about how to eat bamboo got pretty messy. Now let me introduce you to the beef apple with tiger moth. She tried many times but just didn't seem to work out.
Why is this not working? Hey Hannah, can you help a friend out?
Sure, I'll see what I can do.
5 hours later.
I don't know what you've done with this, but I gotta run. help? Need some help? Yes, please. Let the professional say how it's done. See how I'm moving the needle in and out through the threads?
Why can't I do this? I'm just so terrible at this.
Nabiha, your mistake is that you forgot to put tape at the back. Here, let me show you. The first thing you do is make the loop, and the string has to be 1 centimeter apart. You then attach the string to a needle and carefully weave through the loop. And make sure you don't miss one or turn into a mess.
Aha! I've got it now. Hey Hannah, look at this. I can weave. Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. I think you need to show me what you do.
What about me? I don't see how I did this. Now, let's settle down and start from the beginning. Here's what I made earlier.
In the end, Nabiha finally got how to read using wood as she created her own masterpiece.
And so did the rest of us. For World Book Day, we brought in an item that represents our favourite book. Can you guess the title of the book?
We have been learning about the Amazon rainforest.
Rainforests are found near the equator, between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer.
There are many rainforests around the world, and they can be found in Honduras, Madagascar, Australia, and Congo.
The most famous rainforest is located in South America. It covers most of Brazil. It is the Amazon rainforest.
The Amazon rainforest plays a very important role in our world. Can anyone guess what the Amazon rainforest is also known as?
The lungs of the world!
There are 4 different layers in the rainforest.
The emergent layer has the tallest trees and can reach the most sunlight with the high leaves and branches. It blocks out 50% for the rest of the rainforest.
Next there is the canopy layer. This layer is full of leaves and branches. Lots of animals grow here, such as monkeys, sloths, tree frogs, and birds. There is a lot of food growing at this level for these animals to eat.
Below the canopy layer, there is the understory layer. Very little sunlight reaches this layer. You can find a lot of insects and animals in this layer.
Finally, the forest floor here, almost no sunlight reaches at this level, and you can find fungi and insects.
Here are the layers of the rainforest. This is a life cycle at the forest, and there's a tiger, crocodile, dolphin, fish, snake, and squirrel, and alligator.
Very good. What can you tell us about the trees in the Amazon rainforest?
It's green and light green, monkeys, pirates, big tall trees.
Very good.
We made this Amazon rainforest. Then there are lots of trees and tall trees. There are lots of animals.
What animals do you see, Farhad?
I see a wild pig, jaguar, and a snake.
In the water.
Pink river dolphin. And another pink river dolphin.
big cat at the back.
A monkey. Another monkey climbing at the top.
And where do all these animals live?
In Amazon. And the fish is in the water. Then the alligator is next in the land and water.
Very good.
Hey Hadia, I've got a joke for you. What comes first, the frog or the
egg.
Oh my God, Tassin, have you forgotten what we learned about in science?
Yeah, Tassin, I'm sure you were there in class when we learnt about the life cycle of a frog. Tassin, let's make this nice and easy for you. So first, to add a frog lays its eggs. This is called an egg mass or spawn.
After this, the egg will grow and hatch to form tadpoles. These look a lot more like tiny fish than frogs. They don't have legs, but they do have tails and gills so that they can breathe under the water. These tadpoles will swim over the next few weeks, these tadpoles will swim around the pond, eating plants and algae in the water. This is an important part of the pond's ecosystem.
At around 12 weeks, the tadpole becomes a young frog, also known as a froglet. At this stage, the tadpole has grown front legs, but its tail starts to go shorter. But its tail doesn't just disappear. The tadpole uses nutrients in the tail as food, meaning that at this stage, frogs don't need any of the food. The final stage is when the froglet becomes an adult frog, which takes around 2 to 4 years. The adult frog will look extremely different than how it looked in its initial stages of eggs and tadpoles and will live on land and not in the pond. Now its tail has completely disappeared, as a froglet it would have like a slight stump. Its diet is also linked to insects instead of plants.
Aha, I think I've got it now. So it was the egg. No, wait, was it the frog? Hang on, which one was it?
Oh, Tassin.
We made this model of a life cycle of a butterfly.
First, there is an egg on a leaf.
The egg hatches into a caterpillar and eats lots of leaves.
The caterpillar builds a cocoon and metamorphosis takes place.
Then a butterfly comes out of the cocoon and flies away.
The butterfly lays more eggs and the life cycle starts again.
Okay, show us. Hold them closer to the camera.
Hey, hi, how was your weekend?
Oh my gosh, it was so busy.
Why, what did you do? I only helped my mom make the Brazilian samosas and pies for Ramadan.
Oh, I did that too. Every time I close my eyes, I can still see those little triangles.
But I must admit, my mom's samosas are the best. Thanks, Mom.
Ramadan is the month of fasting for humans. Fasting is also known as Islam. It's the third pillar of Islam.
The first pillar of Islam is Shahada. Shahada means to believe in only one God, that is Allah, and that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Allah's messenger. In order to be a Muslim, you have to say and believe in the Shahada.
The second pillar of Islam is Salah. Salah is the 5 obligatory prayers that Muslims perform every day. These prayers are called Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha.
The third pillar of Islam is Aswam. Aswam means to fast during the holy month of Ramadan. This is when Muslims do not eat or drink anything during daylight time.
The fourth pillar of Islam is Zakah. Zakah means to give charity to those in need and supports the Muslim communities at home and throughout the world. Muslims must give 2.4% of their wealth in Zakah every year.
And finally, the fifth pillar of Islam is Hajj. Hajj is the holy pilgrimage to the city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. It must be performed once in their lifetime if they are able to.
In English, we've been reading Macbeth by William Shakespeare. This story is full of mystery and murder and is set in the depths of Scotland. This story is known to give you goosebumps everywhere. Everywhere? Everywhere. The story starts with 3 sisters chanting a spell on the misty heath shrouded in secrecy. They cackle wildly as they add the revolting ingredients to the concoction bubbling away ferociously in their cauldron. Who are they casting this spell for? What will the consequences be? Will there be a happy ending for Macbeth? Double, double, toil and trouble.
Fire burning, cauldron bubbles.
Fillets of a fenny snake. In the cauldron boil and bake.
Eye of newt and toe of frog.
Wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm sting.
Lizard's leg and owlet's wing.
For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hand brought boil and bubble. Macbeth is a brave Scottish lord. Fighting for King Duncan, returning triumphant from war with his companion Banquo. They come across the 3 sisters who proclaim a prophecy. All hail Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor, and one day King of Scotland.
Hey, Banquo,
lesser than Macbeth and greater. Not so happy yet much happier.
Your children will be kings, yet you will never be.
So hail Macbeth and Banquo!
The story isn't as simple as it seems. There is an evil plot unfolding, all found by Lady Macbeth. This prophecy leads to the murders of King Duncan and Banquo, and ghosts being seen at the worst of times. Lady Macbeth starts to lose her mind, and the happy ending they wanted never materialized. The guilt finally consumes Lady Macbeth, and they both lose their lives.
The ancient Maya were a civilization that lived between 2000 BC to around 1500 AD. They lived in Mesoamerica, which is known as Southern Mexico or Central America. They were an extremely successful civilization and were highly advanced in writing, art, and science for people back then. They lived very differently to the way we do, but we have learnt a few amazing facts on how they have influenced our lives.
This map shows where the ancient Maya lived at the time.
The ancient Maya had managed to measure their years pretty accurately. They had two calendars, one for farming, which had 365 days a year, and one for religion, which had 260 days a year.
The ancient Maya were very religious people and believed in many gods. Their supreme god was called Itzamna. They believed he was depicted as the tallest old man and was kind of unlike some of their other gods.
Ixchel was another important god to the ancient Maya. They believed that she was the goddess of childbirth, healing, weaving, and the moon. She was depicted with a snake in her hair, and her toes were like jaguar claws. She was the wife of Itzamnaj.
Jack was a descendant of Ixchel and Itzamnaj. He was a god of rain and storm, and he brought life to the dry earth in the spring. He is usually depicted as a man with fangs of a reptile and a curling snout.
Hun Ixam was another descendant of Itzamnaj and Ixchel. He was the main god. He is very important to the Mayan people. He is usually depicted as having an ear of corn sproutting from his head.
This is a very famous Mayan temple in Chichen Itza.
It is called Kukulkan.
It is unique because it has 91 steps on each side leading up to the top.
There is one final step at the very top, and when this is added to the other steps, the total is 265 steps.
This coincidence with the number of days in the year. They predicted the solar eclipses without modern day technology that we use today.
They really were very advanced for the time they lived in.
In Year 5, we have been going to Mayfield Leisure Centre for swimming as part of our PE curriculum. We would like to share our experiences with you. My first experience of swimming wasn't as quiet as I expected, but now I can lift my feet off the floor and I feel really confident about it. When I first started swimming, I was a bit nervous, but gradually I became more and more confident about swimming.
I really enjoy swimming, although it took me long to get into Group 2, but I finally got into there.
In lesson 1, I was nervous and scared, but in the second lesson, I went to Group 2, and so now I'm feeling more confident.
Swimming is good for exercise. During my first lesson, I was feeling nervous. Now I got more confident. I enjoy swimming because it's fun, and I got into Group 2, which I didn't expect to do on the second lesson, and now I'm in the deep end and I really enjoy it.
I enjoy swimming because before I thought it was going to be pretty easy, but then when I got into the water it was hard, but now I'm a bit more confident.
At first, I thought I was not going to get both my feet off the floor, but now I can. I like swimming, very good, and it's fun. At first in swimming, I was very confident, and when I went in, I felt a bit scared, but then I got used to it. During the first lesson, I was very nervous, but now I can take my feet off the floor.
First, I was scared, but now I feel more confident. At first, when I tried swimming, it was quite hard to walk through the water, but now I realize why it is.
I like swimming because I find it really easy to stay afloat in the water.
I like swimming, and it was hard at first, but after a few weeks I moved to group 2 and now I can keep my body afloat for longer.
Honestly, I know how to swim, but it was nice to go swimming again.
In swimming, I thought it would take a long time to get to group 2, but in the second week, I did it. At first, I thought swimming would be hard, but only in the second week, without me noticing, I moved up to group 2 straight away.
When I went into the pool, I felt really nervous, but then a few weeks later, I felt really confident.
Swimming was really hard at first, but now I can lift my feet off the floor and have fun with my friends.
I thought swimming was going to be very difficult, but it's actually very easy and very relaxing.
I enjoy swimming, but it's hard to get in it.
I don't like swimming that much because it's hard to take my feet off the floor, but I try my best.
I enjoy swimming, but I can't hold up my legs for that long, but I'm getting better.
At first, I thought it was going to be hard to take my feet off the floor, but in reality, it's not that hard.
The water's kind of cold and it makes me lose my focus, but I'm getting better and I can kind of kick my feet.
We would like to read a poem to you by Bob Marley.
It is called Song in My Heart.
I am the boy from 9 miles. The one sing like 3 little birds in a reggae style. The one blessed by God to travel miles. Across the world with my island girl, guitar in hand. And my dress as well. With music in my belly. And songs in my heart. Healing the world with my reggae art. Keeping you always like a song in my heart.
Thanks for watching our class assembly.
We hope you enjoyed sharing our learning.